Hi all, welcome to Wings of Technology YouTube channel. In our previous video, we discussed all the databases that are available in Snowflake account and how to navigate through all of the databases. Now let's explore some sample data stored within the Snowflakes. Okay, and you will become familiar with how to navigate within it and how to access the sample data within the available in the databases. Let's and I will show you how to navigate through worksheets also here. Let's click on this worksheets, and this worksheet is divided into three panels. One is whatever you see in the left side. This is called database navigation panel, and this is SQL entry pane, and this is the result pane. So right side is divided into two sub panels and the left side is it's a single panel. And if you want to explore data, you have to go to corresponding database. Let's see, we'll open this Snowflake sample database. If you see here, we have multiple schemas here, including information schema and a few schemas which are starts with TPC, TPCDS, TPCDS, TPCH, TPCH, like that. And these are all the schemas which are starting with TPC. This is provided by Snowflake itself uh, to test their data according to the benchmark. So this TPC is a universal benchmark data provided by TPC organization. If you want, you can go to tpc.org and we can learn about this TPC data. So we have so many benchmark data is already available in this site. You can go and download the data also, but Snowflake is did the job already for us. It's downloaded and it's properly configured for all the tables. If you want, you can open this and you can see this. So all this data is already imported into these particular tables. So let's say so now I'm in currently SFN schema, and if you go and see this, you have so many tables under the schema. And if you want to see more details about the table, you have to click on these three dots. So this means more actions. So they call this as more actions. And even if you hover the mouse on the table name, so it will show you the rows size and the table created on the date. So let's see this like this. See 1,50,000 records. See this one, 6 million records, and the size of the table is 159 MB, like that. And let's see for one table. Click on this, and we have three options are available here: preview data, view details, and a place name in SQL. I will show you what is this place name in SQL later. And if you want to click on this preview data, now see, so once you click on the preview data, it will show you the first 100 records. So see this, still 100 records only it is fetched. And you can see CNAME means, so this is a customer table, right? So we can presume that this is customer name, customer address, customer phone number, like that. And even if you want to see the schema of this table, nothing but the structure of the table, you can click on details. So now see this, customer key is a number 38 data type, and customer name is varcat 25, like that. So even you can see the structure of the table from here. And what if I want to query the data related to only two columns? See, now it is previewing the data for all the columns, right? But what if I want only for few columns? Then you can write here in the SQL pane area, CNAME, comma, C underscore address from. But I cannot give directly only single customer table name, right? So I have to give fully qualified name. Nothing but I have to give database name dot schema name dot that table name. if I want, I can write down all those details, or else I can simply go to this and I can say like place name in SQL. Now see that fully qualified name is pasted into our SQL page. Run this. See, now it returned only two columns, so customer name and customer address. This row it comes automatically every time. So now see, we got more than 200 records because this is not preview data, right? So we use the SQL query to return that data. And if you see, there is one yellow bar. If you click on that, like a mouse over on that, you can see how much time that it took to run this query from Snowflake point of view. The total duration is 785 milliseconds, and for compilation itself it took 79 milliseconds, and for execution it is 706 milliseconds. Means it's less than a second actually. So it returned 1,50,000 rows. And there are other two buttons are there. One is query ID, so that is unique across your account, and SQL, what is the SQL that you use to run this result. And here you have other details like what is the role that we are using, and the data warehouse that is being used to run this query, and the database and the schema. So anyway, we have given the fully qualified name, right? That's why it is not considering this database name and schema. Even if you want, you can change those details here. If you want to run other warehouse here, we can change it here, but I have only compute workflow warehouse only. That's why it is showing only one here. And even you can change the role here. Of course, this is specific to only UI. If you want to change roles on the fly, you can use role command, or for warehouses you can use warehouse commands. Okay. And after returning the result, you have a button copy and download. Of course, this it is saying, right, copying is disabled because result set is too large. That's why it is not enabled. If you want to download the results also, these two columns result set, you can download it by clicking on this. And if you click on that, it will ask you if it is a tab separated values or comma separated value. Just click on export by selecting those. So now that result will be downloaded into a CSV file. Yeah, that's it about exporting the data inside the Snowflake Web UI. Thank you.